Well, welcome to WagerTalk TV, everyone. I was going to start off with the Thursday Night Football theme song, but I honestly can't remember it. So we're going to talk Thursday Night Football, the Houston Texans being hosted by the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 9 points, and the total set at a pretty high 54.5. Ralph, what do you think of this one? This should be a really exciting game, it seems.
You know, it is. Third time since October 13th of 2019, these Houston Texans have traveled to Kansas City. Remember, last October, they came into Arrowhead. They were trailing 17-3, and they ended up coming out and winning that game. Exact opposite in the playoffs. Of course, get off to the 21-0 lead and fail to win. So this team knows they can win at Arrowhead. They've been there and done that. They've had 3 road. This is their 3rd game again in Arrowhead. They've only had 6 home games. Look at the quarterbacks in this game. Let's see. $500 million contract in one side, $150 million in 4 deals. So, you know, we're talking a combined $650 million between Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. I like the Houston Texans team. They traded Deshaun Watson, and all of a sudden, it's like they were a 3rd-place team in the division. They still return one of the better quarterbacks in the division. They're a team that's won 21 games the last couple games. I can't believe Mahomes is going to have the same timing he had down the stretch when they won and covered 9 straight. So, again, it's a Thursday night play. I want to give some opinion out. It's a very light opinion, however, but I would take Houston plus the points in this. And instead of taking the points in the entire game, the first half spread is very attractive at plus 5.5. I would grab Houston Texans plus the 5.5 for a first half bet, and hopefully be cashing my ticket at halftime of this Thursday night game.
I love it. Guys, that was Ralph Michaels. Give him a follow at CalSportsLV. And next up, Hakeem Profit. What do you think about this game? Do you agree with Ralph?
Well, first I'll back up Ralph a little bit about just the Texans spot in general. Double-digit week 1 dogs. They're 16-7 against the spread. I know it's went down a little bit, but it's close, really close to double digits. That's about 69.6%. And on the first half play, I mean, the Chiefs usually start slow in general, so I would endorse both of those. The way I look at it, I think the Texans lost DeAndre Hopkins, but they added David Johnson. I think that they'll run the ball a great deal. And what does that mean? That means the clock will run. We'll see if Kansas City can come out the gate as hot as they were last year. I don't think that they will. So I think this one can sneak under the total. It's a pretty high total, 54.5. I think it can stay under.
Yeah. All righty, Ralph, do you have anything else to add on to that?
No, you know, we have to remember, these offenses have not practiced like they're accustomed to. They did not have the summer warm-ups. You know, this preseason, Mahomes may have gotten 10 snaps. So I'm not going to say much about the preseason. But what does affect preseason, the game, is the timing of the offensive line. So while Mahomes might have only seen a few passes in the preseason, that offensive line probably would have played together maybe 3 quarters, part of the second quarter, part of a quarter in the first game, a quarter or a half in the second game, probably a half in the third game. So the timing, I think, for offenses is going to be off in the NFL, more because of the offensive line and not as much for the wide receivers and quarterbacks.
All righty. A good point, guys. That was Ralph Michaels. Follow him on Twitter at CalSportsLV, and, of course, Hakeem Profit at CProfit on Twitter. And don't forget, first-time customers at WagerTalk.com and SportsMemo.com receive $25 in wager bucks after their initial purchase. And you can double dip at WagerTalk.com and SportsMemo.com. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Minty.